What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've had a lot of work being done as far as landscaping work and stuff like that. I've done my last few clean outs for the season, so now I'm getting my contracts ready for next season to go ahead and get that started. But we're talking about the C5 Corvette here today. So my garage neighbor that's in this garage right here did something to the Corvette. So some semi good news, semi bad news. To tell you the good news first. The good news is it's another chance for me to get the Corvette out one more time. I'll tell you guys a little bit of the story. So it was around 4 o'clock last week. I got home to my apartment and one of my garage neighbors came out to my truck because he heard the truck pull in. He came out and talked to me for a second, but he came over and said, "I'm so sorry." And right then I knew that something was going on with either one of the bikes or the Corvette. And so I'll show you what was going on in the garage. So this is my neighbor's side of the garage. That's his vehicle right there. But he was sweeping out the garage. It's fall. He had a bunch of leaves in here, a bunch of like the garage dust and stuff like that has settled on the floor. So he wanted to clean out his side of the garage. So he swept it and had a blower in here going. And this is what happened. You might be thinking, hey, there's nothing, we don't see anything wrong with the Corvette. If you can see, I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a big cloud of dust all over the Corvette. So this is partially my fault. Yes, I know. I did my whole winterizing routine for the Corvette and I didn't put the tarp on it yet. So it's partially my fault as well. So that's the bad news about it. Partially my fault. Again, I understand. Did my whole winterizing routine for the Corvette and the bikes. Put my cover over my bikes, but I didn't put the cover over the Corvette like a dummy. And of course, the next couple of days, my garage neighbor decides to clean out his garage and gets dust all over the Corvette because I didn't put the tarp over it like a dummy. So now I have an excuse to take the Corvette out one more time and give it a nice full wash again and do my whole routine. The only thing I don't have to do this time is change out all my fluids like I did in my winterizing routine video that I got up for you guys. So I'm gonna do that, and then right when I pull it back in, my tarp or my cover is going over the car, and then my tarp will go over that as well, just to keep out any extra stuff that maybe seep through the Corvette cover. So that is the news, guys. Not the worst. No insurance had to be involved, thankfully. He didn't put a bunch of scratches in the Corvette, didn't bust out one of my windows like I had thought. So I'll finish telling you the story in a second, but nothing too terrible. Just dust. It can be fixed with a car wash. So the story goes, I got home last weekend. He heard my truck pull in, and he comes out and talks to me about what happened to the Corvette. So right when he started talking, like I said, my heart dropped, my heart sank. I started thinking the worst in my head, started cussing him out in my head. But I was like, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Please, God, no. No, no, no. But comes out and talks to me about the Corvette. Talks about what he was doing in the garage. He was sweeping out his garage, and he got dust all over the Corvette. I was like, oh, God, thank you. Thank you. It wasn't anything worse. So I just want to talk to you guys real quick about good people. It's basically, or the situation is of good people and meeting good people, saying hello to good people, saying hi to your neighbors every single day and stuff like that. It builds a relationship with them, and I don't know what I would have done if maybe something else had happened to the Corvette. So he comes out, talks to me about it, and he basically shows me that what happened to the Corvette, there's dust all over it, and he tells me or talks to me about paying for the car wash for the Corvette to get the dust off of it. So this is basically saying that it goes to appreciate and talk to people here and there, because as some of my friends know, I don't talk a lot. I usually only speak when I'm spoken to, but after that I do talk a lot to other people and stuff like that. But that's just besides the point. Getting back to the good people situation, is he basically is paying for my next car wash, which I'm going to do right here after I make this video for you guys, to get the Corvette back to its full cleanliness stage. Good people are still here and living, and they own up to stuff. If this was a situation to where I came out and to check on the Corvette, and I opened the garage and see this huge cloud of dust all over the Corvette, and then I see my neighbor's side of the garage all swept out and nice and clean, I'd exactly know where all that dust on the Corvette came from. And then I'd have to go confront him about it, of like, hey, you left dust all over the Corvette. Are you going to pay for my next car wash? But again, I said it's partially my fault too, because I didn't, after washing it, put the cover over it. But something nice about it is that he came and talked to me about it. He waited till I got home from work just to come out and talk to me about it and say that he was going to pay for my next Corvette car wash. And that's a sign of good people, guys. That's a sign of respect. That's a sign of good courtesy of a neighbor saying, hey, I got dust all over your Corvette. I was just cleaning out my side of the garage, and then I noticed I got dust all over your Corvette. I know you keep it clean. I know you keep it washed. I know you take care of it really well. Please allow me to pay for your next car wash. And that right there was a good sign to me that I have good neighbors, garage neighbors, that is. I know he doesn't live next to me in the apartments, but good garage neighbors that is showing that he was willing to pay for his mistake. I'm gonna finish yapping and running my mouth now. So as you guys know and found out, nothing too major. All right, it's a very easy fix. Just got to take it to the car wash, get it cleaned up, do my whole routine again, and then back it in, put the cover over it, and put my battery tender or battery recharger back on the Corvette, and she'll be all set for the winter, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Remember, in the previous video we were talking about mods to do next year for the Corvette. I still have to put the LEDs in, the LED tail lights in the C5 Corvette, and we're changing out the lug nuts. So in the comments below, remember on that video, basically give me your options. All right, we're going with either a red gloss or a blue gloss lug nut. All right, so I'll show you the rims again one more time. So we're gonna do the red gloss lug nuts or the blue gloss lug nuts, because remember, we got our red valve stems, we got our red calipers, and our red accent interior pieces. So leave that in the comments below of what you guys think will look good on the blue C5 Corvette, and I'll get back to you guys on that situation of what we're going to do for next year. So, and I'll see you guys next season.